Welcome back to 9 News Now. It's 6:29. Right now, we want to take you out to Frederick County. 9 News Now photojournalist Kurt Brooks joins us live via Skype near the town of Jefferson. Good morning, Kurt. What are the conditions you're seeing now?
Well, good morning, Andrea. As you can see, I'm outside the truck. My forward progress from my home was stopped momentarily by a Maryland state snowplow, which has unfortunately become stuck. He's got a big truck coming. I brought my tow strap with me today to try and help a couple of wayward travelers today, but he's got something real big coming to get him out of the way, so I'm going to go ahead and try and get by him in a moment. He says I got enough room to get by in the front. I'm also clearing my headlights because they're getting pretty iced up. It's miserable out here. It's truly terrible. I left my home. I had heard snowplows going by in the middle of the night. I had the hopes that I was going to be able to leave with great ease, but I discovered my little country road had snow drifts up to 4 feet, and although I'm driving a pretty big truck, a Chevy Suburban, I was shocked to discover that I nearly got stuck just on my little mile of country road before getting to this state road. And then I only got about a quarter mile, and then I discovered this obstacle, a very large state truck. So we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see if we can get by him here and continue on our way. I want to try to get a Route 340 and then eventually to 270 and make my way to town.
Kurt, before you get back on the roadways, you say your country road had drifts 4 feet high or so. When you got out to this state road, the one that got the truck stuck, how high were the drifts there? How many inches are you seeing?
Well, I guess he must have only got stuck recently because he's done a pretty good job. This is Maryland Route 180 called Jefferson Pike. It travels between Frederick and it goes down towards Brunswick and then on towards West Virginia, Harper's Ferry. Right now, this road probably only has a couple of inches on it. It's very easy driving. Along the side of the road, call it 3 feet, maybe from the plow drifts and whatnot, and where the wind is blown, there's 3 to 4 foot drifts off the side of the road. I'm looking at mailboxes along the side of the road, and let's see if I can find one that they're almost buried up to the mailbox itself. I'll try and find one that I might be able to illuminate.
Wow.
Yeah, it really depends. Like I say, where I live, it's I got a lot of open fields and farmland, and where the wind is blowing across the open fields, it doesn't matter that plow went by at 2 in the morning. The road is covered, and in some place drifted up to 4 feet, and I was really trying to remember exactly where that road was because there's no other tracks that had been on it. Nobody had forged away. It was just brutal, and I felt it go a couple of times, but I'm out, and maybe by tonight I'll be able to get home here. I'm going to go ahead and just point at a mailbox here. This gives you an indication of how deep the snow is alongside the road.
That is pretty deep. Absolutely. All right, yeah. Kurt, you go ahead, drive safely, and we look forward to hearing from you later on in our newscast. All right, thank you very much, Kurt. There right now, showing you why you want to stay at home. 9 News Now photojournalist Kurt Brooks. He joins us live via Skype. You're somewhere northbound 270 in Frederick. Good morning, Kurt. How are things?
Good morning. Well, I just experienced quite a whiteout situation a few moments ago with the wind blowing, and I'm going northbound, going right past Urbana, exit 26, Route 80. And I've hooked up with a 3-plow snow train from the state, and the one right in front of me, the last one, has the extender that goes out to the side. I've seen him take this truck sideways a couple of times trying to push the snow out of the way. To say it's treacherous is a mild understatement at this point. Speaking of the roads up here in Frederick and listening also to the scanners down there in Montgomery County where I was headed, we have lots of vehicles that are jackknifing, spinning out on Route 70 in the Frederick area. I know that there is a car carrier that jackknifed blocking I-70 at one point. At exit 48, there is a car fire. I actually almost thought about going to it, but typically the fire department responds and puts out a car fire in very rapid form, and I figured it would be pretty much gone by the time I got there. 15 minutes later, they were just arriving on the scene and just starting to put water on the car. It took them that long to get there and that long to prepare to fight a fire in this situation. Something as simple as a car fire is extremely difficult to handle. So that's exit 48 eastbound I-70 in Frederick, which is the Route 40 exit on the west side of Frederick. What you're seeing right now is the whiteout that's going on. The winds are really picking up, and as he's pushing his snow off to the right, big poofs come up, and then you can't see anything. Now, this 3-plow train here is actually doing a pretty good job, and they're pushing the snow all the way over to the shoulder. If I had to drive right behind them, you can sometimes hear the rumble of the rumble strips on the side of the road that are here. So you basically stick to the right, you're okay. Hearing lots of calls for power outages and whatnot in the area. As I was trying to get over to Frederick, there's a high tension line that crosses Route 340 just prior to Route 180, just prior to getting to I-70, and they're the real big lines up there with a couple 100,000 volts of power in them. And they were arcing. It looked like lightning going off as the wires were being blown back and forth into each other. Now, whether that caused a power outage, I would have no idea, but it sure was scary, and I actually kind of stopped the truck for a minute to make sure it was safe before I dare go underneath them, because it was a really violent, explosive electrical discharge in the sky. It looked like lightning at that time of day. So that is what I'm seeing up here. I'm going to try and find a safe place to turn around and come back towards the district down 270 and see what we got down in Montgomery County. I'm being told of power outages, so we're going to go try and find wires down, trees down, and that kind of thing. I know at my house, we heard earlier about a tree that has gone out near one of our editors' homes. My big 20-foot yew right next to the house is gone.
Wow.
It's leaning over and it's gone, and that's going to be firewood next year.
All right. Okay, Kurt, thank you very much. Will you focus on the drive ahead, making your way to the district? Be safe.